Alright, first race has officially gone on the way for a few seconds. But yeah, this is Momodora Reverie on the Moonlight. For those not familiar with the game, this is a Metroidvania and the fourth game in the Momodora series. And the main thing you see the runners do here for speed is rolling. Occasionally they will roll into the air, and that is quite literally jumping the roll button and the jump button on the same frame. That's, it's more frame perfect than it sounds, but that's more technical than it sounds, but it's just press the both buttons at the same time and you're good. Now here we got Seb and DreamFox as well, going out of the way to pick up a chest to get some money, spelled MUNNY. That will be important in just a little bit. Right now, this first area is pretty basic, just some optimal movement, hitting some switches to make things happen, and yeah, picking up money along the way. The runners were gonna want 80 money by the time it is needed, and the runners will be making sure to gather that amount of money in time. So yeah, here's the second detour. As you can see on Seb's screen, hit this chest open. That will usually get you over 60. 60 is what you need at least at this point. And here's the final one. So yeah, 90 on Seb's screen, 86 on DreamFox, and that's plenty of money. So now we've got the first boss coming up, Adea. Now there is a quick kill strat for this boss. Yeah, both runners will go for it. Could see a pause here to try and set it up. DreamFox gets it the quicker way, and unfortunately Sebk fails it. Okay, so how this quick kill works is within a 2-frame window, so at most 2 frames apart, at most 1 frame apart. The all 3 arrows have to hit the pearl at the same time, which is Adea's weak point, and some weird shenanigans happen, and it causes Adea to be killed in 1 hit. Now, unfortunately, Seb took damage. And that's bad because you need to do Adea damageless. For a special item that you get for doing bosses damageless. This game rewards you for that. It's Adea's Pearl, which adds a poison property to your arrows. It's a nice set of DPS. Unfortunately, Seb did not hit any save bells along the way, so he's back at the start of the game, which is quite the setback. Which is very unfortunate, but we'll see how the race progresses. As we see DreamFox currently on the second boss. Which is, yeah, Eldritch Imp God Mocha. That's not the actual name you'll see if you play this game for yourself, but yeah, the runners, us runners, we like to toy with the boss names, such as Lubella, the Witch of Decay, or as it's called here on Dream Screen, the Bath Inspector. So yeah, a lot of things happen. So let me lay this out for you while this time waste is happening. So after beating Adea, you progress into the next area. That's where the money comes into play, and you buy the Crystal Seed, which is a one-use item that boosts your damage, your physical damage by 50%, temporarily. So it's get that item, have Adea's Pearl to do a bunch of damage to Lubella, and there was also a fairy that's just kind of randomly appeared that raised down. By inputting the directional inputs of the Konami code, you summon the fairy Konami with the C. And yeah, just like the boss before, with the exception of 2 bosses, every single boss has to be done damageless. As we see Seb getting the kill on Adea, getting back to where he was. So yeah, you can see on Seb's screen, progressing to the next area and picking up the crystal seed, which is what the, as I mentioned before, what the 80 money is used for. Now, one use does not seem like a lot. Like, why would you go out of the way to buy an item to just get one? Yeah, although out of the way to buy an item that you can only use once, right? But here's the kicker: item uses replenish on hitting a save bell. All right, so now we got DreamFox. Back over the DreamFox's screen, we have the subterranean grave, the third area, not necessarily of the game. Remember, this is a Metroidvania, so the game lets you go and explore and do areas in different orders. And yeah, this is the route we're using for this category. Yeah, which is do Lubella, and then go to the subterranean grave. Get the garden key. That's will be important for routing later. As we see Sebk taking on Lubella with a normal name. And yeah, this is just the attacks that Lubella does are just random. Nothing you can do to manipulate it or anything. So if you get a dive during which you can't do anything to Lubella, yeah, you're just out of luck. You just have bad luck and you gotta deal with the time loss. Yeah, Dream got one dive, Sebk got one dive, equal opportunity. Now you're gonna see on Dream's screen, you're gonna see the damageless boss item from Lubella in action, the Bachman patch. This is what it does. It rains down a massive amount of blocks down, and each of these little blocks does a tiny amount of damage. So it's just an amazing damage item, solely from the fact that there's just a ton of blocks just raining down, and you get 2 uses of it. See, this is the more risky way of fighting the drunk drinking bard, or as his actual name, Derelict Frida. And yeah, what Dream was showing there at the end was the safe strat, which is sit in the corner and just fire arrows all day long. And yeah, the more risky strat, but faster to do, is to do melee attacks, because they do more damage than your ranged attacks. Alright, so now we have Sebk going into the subterranean grave and Dream about to leave. And this is where the garden key that the Dream picked up earlier is going to come into play. That's where that's where we're headed to next. So yeah, this area that we've been to before, but now we go to the right side and go here. Get the roll off the top of those blocks, little cheeky roll there. Cheeky roll jump here in between these rotating spinny things. Ooh, a little bit of a damage booster to get through that. Seduce the door skillfully. So yeah, there's a lot of text editing here. You know, nice little flavor. So now we're in Whiteleaf Memorial Park. This is the next area, and we're gonna be seeing Lubella again. The boss that we fought before that we got the Bachman punch from. In the meantime, what happened after Derelict Frida is the damageless boss item is the Sparse Thread, which is a big burst, just a big radius of damage emanating from you. And yeah, the Sparse Thread will see some use here. The Konami Fairy's back. And yeah, so here Dream took a hit, but he's not resetting the fight. That's because this is the one of 2 bosses that you don't need to do damageless. If you're interested, the damageless boss item is an item that restores a small amount of HP on every enemy kill you get. But yeah, that's not useful for speedruns, so we don't bother. And now we get turned into a cat. If you thought the game wasn't cute enough, then here you go. Now the cat brings a whole new range of movement to it. the run speed of the cat is significantly faster than the humans. In fact, it's faster than rolling. Running as a cat is faster than rolling as a human. You will see Dream roll here, though, as a human. Just because of some optimizations with not wanting to waste time with transformations. Because one of the limitations of being a cat is you can't use ladders. And items. The only item you can use in cat form is the cat sphere, which you pick up very shortly after getting turned into a cat. Which lets you switch between both forms at will. But yeah, the cat can do the same movements. You also are you're also not able to use your arrows. You're also not able to use your arrows as a cat. And yeah, you can also do the roll. The dodge roll is something you can do as a cat, and you can see this rapid movement of roll jumping into the air and then doing a melee attack. The thing with the roll that makes it slower for a cat is that there's a big slowdown at the end. That's where the attack comes in. The attack cancels the slowdown, so we're seeing attack canceled roll jumps here. And yeah, what Dream did while it was explaining the cat tag was just pop into a room and back out. That's again gonna be important later. So yeah, after you beat Lubella for the second time, the game definitely fakes you out and pretends to kill you. So here's some big boy movement here from DreamFox. Just chaining these roll jump attack cancels. And remember, you have to be pressing both buttons at the exact same time. If you don't, you either get a normal jump or you get a normal roll on the ground. And you can't attack while you roll on the floor. So we've backtracked. So yeah, Dream has backtracked to the starting area because there's this little area you can now get into now that you're a tiny little cat. You go through this lightning thing and it's... So we see more interesting text appear on screen. This is Floriciella. It's very simple what we do here. We just go through this very small area just to pick up a fragment. Fragments are... they exist. There's 4 of them, and you need them to get into an area called the Royal Pinacotheca, which you go to grab an item, which gives you access to... the true ending, which is mandatory for runs. Now, this fragment that Dream just picked up is the warp fragment. It lets you warp to save to major areas and lets you warp to a specific save bell. The thing is, this is what the popping into a room and back out from earlier, what Seb is doing exactly right now. That's what Seb just did. So, in order to be able to warp to an area, you need to have physically been present in the room with the save bell that you warp to. So that's what that detour is for. Now here we have the Angry Sauna Guard. AKA the Heretical Arsonist. So yeah, usage of the Konami Fairy again, Sparse Threads, Deus Pearl. Now you can see these yellow particles appearing around Dream anytime an arrow is fired. Instead of just mindlessly spamming the arrows, it's being charged for a tiny little bit. And because of the fragment after the Frida, the bird boss that gave you the Sparse Thread, that's the first fragment you pick up in the run, and it gives you a faster charging speed for your arrows, and it makes it so these partial charges with the yellow particles are actually your fastest way of doing damage with the bow. Now, the damageless item for Arsonist is a very important one. It's the Pocket Incensory. It adds a flame property to your damage, flame property to your arrows, which boosts the damage of any attack that is triggered by it. One of those attacks is the Bachman patch. Each of those little blocks that I mentioned before that does a little bit of damage. Every single block of that is amplified by the Pocket Incensory. So we're making another detour here. Get the monastery key to get access to the area that we actually want to go to next. And yeah, you're gonna see the Pocket Incensory shine very briefly. Alright, so yeah, warping back to the Forlorn Monastery, as this area is called. You can see it on Seb's screen right now. And yeah, this is the area you need the monastery key for. There it is right there. Now we get this boss here. Fennel. Partner, I hardly know her. That's a reference to Fennel's actual name, Partner Fennel. So yeah, this is a boss fight that is completely manipulated. Very specific actions that we do. Very specific actions that we do to set up specific things that Fennel does to just completely melt her with the Bachman patch. Bachman patch powered by the Pocket Incensory. And yeah, currently we so yeah, still unfortunate that Seb took an early reset from getting hit on the first boss, which had to be damageless. And yeah, it's been the same since. Neither runner has let up since. Seb has been playing really well, but Dream is just really consistent and not letting up. All right, so Royal Pinacotheca. This is what I mentioned before, which is the what you need the 4 fragments for. The 3rd fragment you pick up after beating Arsonist, and it's one of the most impactful fragments in the game. It gives you an air dash, this dash that you constantly see Dream doing, and Seb now as well. The 4th fragment gives you an additional level of charge for your arrows, which is going to come into play a lot later. So yeah, Royal Pinacotheca, the item we pick up here to get the true ending is the Sealed Wind. As I've said a few times by now, will come into play later. Now, yeah, Dream trying to hit the switch with these arrows, so you can be hit from far away. You don't have to go all the way over to it, so it's faster. Just messed it up a few times. Now, using an item called the Tainted Missive. That's the damageless boss item for Fennel. Now, I talked before about not taking damage in boss fights. As you can see, just complete destruction there of this boss fight. And it's a tough one. So, you know, that's extremely well done by Dream there. But yeah, what the Tainted Missive does, it works similar to the Crystal Seed, except it has 2 uses instead of 1, and it boosts your damage by 100% instead of 50. But having an item that much more powerful comes at a cost. Specifically, 25% max HP. And there's no saving grace on this. If you use it while you're below a quarter of your max health, you die. So, you know, be careful with that. But yeah, this is a strat you can do where you use a Tainted Missive before initiating the fight, and then you have the Tainted Missive bonus for the fight while still preserving the no damage of the boss. Because, oh my word, damageless boss item for Lupior and Magnolia Heavy Arrows is absolutely massive. It massively increases the damage of the arrows. So yeah, sealed wind used here on this windmill to open up this secret path. Dip the leaf that you're using. It's a leaf that you're hitting people with your melee attacks. Dip it in tea, hibisco tea, and it becomes purified. It's now, you can see the attacks now being green on Dream's side. So yeah, warping back to Kar's castle, we were here before, and we used the Bachman patch and then left. The Bachman patch is you hit a switch off screen to open up the ladder to go up. So movement here. Coming up to the second mid boss. Yes, I do mean second. The first one I completely glossed over because it's a knight. You use 2 sparse threads and you're done. Well, yeah, here's the second mid boss, the Clone Angel. That's coming up right now. Also, if you were peeking at Seb's screen, he got poisoned, but he still got the damaged boss item because the fight ended when the fight ends when the boss's health is completely gone. So if the first poison tick happens afterwards, then it's fine. Also, yeah, that was Clone Angel over on Dream screen. Hit the right one that flies lower. Yeah, hit the correct one that flies lower. Hit it with 2 sparse threads and 2 melee hits. Once you register the first hit, an internal timer starts for the Clone Angel to teleport away. So, you know, you have a fairly tight window of time to get all your inputs in after the first sparse thread hit. Yeah, not much left now. DreamFox hitting a save bell to heal up, because that's the thing that save bells also do. They restore your health to full. And DreamFox is on the final boss here. The Queen of Cars. Now, the thing that... as we see a nice Xenoblade Chronicles 3 reference. So yeah, that's the first phase. That's the power of the extra charge heavy arrows right there. Combined with the Tainted Missive. So many items that all come together to just have so much damage output. It's great. It might sound intimidating, doing bosses damageless. But, you know, we've got things. We've got ways to... we've got ways to, you know, to get these damageless bosses done and make them a little bit easier on us. And yes, that is... Oh, whoops. I'm also reading that this looks to have been a PB for DreamFox, so congratulations and well played. So yeah, I was waiting on Seb here to finish up. Yeah, and yeah, really solid run. 22 is honestly an amazing time, and yeah, Seb really low on health, but the save point's right there, so it's fine. And yeah, even though DreamFox did take game 1, we're not done here yet. We can watch Seb finish here around the 25-minute mark, roughly, which is still an absolutely solid time. Like, yeah, like nothing to take away here from Seb. As I mentioned before, the reset on Adea was really rough, but it's been an absolutely solid run otherwise. So you know, this series is far from over. This could very well go to a game 3. And we're going to hopefully well, hopefully we are going to. We're gonna be going to into game 2 very shortly, so stick around. Uh, perhaps take the use the downtime to get yourself a drink, a snack or two, potentially, perhaps. And yeah, get yourself seated and secured, because the epic Momo gaming is far from over. All right. Hope you enjoyed that first game. Hope you're comfy, nice and comfy. And yeah, if you haven't seen this game yet, do give it a go. All right, so we're waiting. We're currently still waiting on the runners to get prepared and get all set up for game 2 here. I made the suggestion to go get yourself a drink and a snack or two. Made that suggestion for a reason, because not only because we've got some downtime here, but also because the runners are doing the same. You know, runners are setting a good example, and you should follow it. Alright, looks like the runners are ready, so we're gonna be jumping back into the video game. Very shortly. So, get ready for game 2, because it's about to start. And I want everyone to get behind Seb. You know, combination of just that unfortunate beginning is... It's unfortunate, as the term says. Well, yeah, but there's another reason to cheer on for Sebk, and that's so we get to see a game 3. Because what's better than two full runs of Momo? 3 full runs of Momo. Well, technically we already saw 2 because there's 2 races here, but you know. Alright, so yeah, game 2. Legitimately underway. So yeah, we're back to having nothing again. Feels so limited, doesn't it? You have all these powers at the end of the game, and then you do another run, and it's just like it's all gone. Except Konami. You can already use Konami at this point in the game because you do the inputs. Alright. Let's see Seb just get the quick kill right away. Just no strings attached, just slam it. Absolutely smash the fight. Yeah, DreamFox on a tiny little lead now, but you can see both runners being on the same screens. A little bit of a hit there, some poison. Both runners making it onto this platform cycle, catching it on the way up. Alright, we're here, it's a day at time. Runners here essentially at the same point. Look how synced up the screens are, this is so nice. I'm gonna see the quick kills at the same time. Oh, it's a role reversal. We see Sebk getting the quick kill, and it not happening for Dream. All right, so yeah, Dream now doing the fight the way you would if you weren't going for the quick kill. But yeah, that's a nice edge for Seb to get back into the series. Also, yes, small little optimization I want to point out is talking to this NPC from which you buy the crystal seed. Watch it on DreamFox Dream screen real quick. Talk to the NPC from the right side, so you get pushed to the right side, which is the direction you want to go in. Alright. Seb just equipping all the items to prep for this boss fight here. That's a very close Mocha. I don't like it. Ooh, nice taking out this this bullet heavy attack. You can hear Lubella's laughter. That means the next stage of the fight starts. Now, one thing I didn't mention earlier about the Adeus Pearl and the poison property it has the arrows is you can poison yourself with it. So, you know, if you want to do bosses damageless, gotta be careful with the arrows. Don't stand in that poison cloud that you're making up here. Alright, looks like no dives were had this time. And yeah, I want to take a moment to reiterate that we've got we've got round 3 of the winner's bracket, the upper bracket, whichever term you prefer, and it's seed numbers 2 and 3 up against each other. So yeah, I mentioned before these were high-level runners, and they most certainly are. See, a very close match here starting out, much closer than the first game, which is always nice to see. Yeah, bit of a lengthy cutscene here. Okay, back in the subterranean grave here. Yeah, Dream just a little bit behind. Ooh, risky roll jump there off the chest platform. That chest platform is very tiny. If you don't get a roll jump and you roll instead, you roll into the spikes and die. Because, yeah. Spikes in this game are insta-kill. See, Dream's not risking it, also because the bat was there. So yeah, in the subterranean grave, there's just this flying bat that spawns in a random place on the opposite side of the room from which you enter. So if you enter from the right, it spawns on the left. If you enter from the left, it spawns on the right. They will be the bane of your existence on insane difficulty runs, which is... so we're currently playing on normal difficulty. That's the difficulty we're playing on for the tournament. There's also hard difficulty on top of that, which is you have less health, there's more enemies, and enemies also do more damage. Now, if you beat the game on hard, you unlock insane difficulty, which is the same difficulty as hard with the small minor stipulation of you having 1 health. You can upgrade it through collecting an item called Vitality Fragment. There's also a collectible called Ivory Bugs, and there is a completion category called AVIB, which is all Vitality Fragments, Ivory Bugs, and bosses. Because there's exactly 1 optional boss in this game, which means this game can have a separated all bosses category, but you know, we combine it with the collectibles to make a speedrun viable completion category where we get all of the collectibles and fight all the bosses. Hey, maybe we'll have an AVIP tournament one day. Who knows? Alright. So yeah, DreamFox has caught up a bit. And yeah, race continues to be close. Get the sparse thread, get this fragment that charges arrows faster, so now half charges, where you get yellow particles to appear, are the fastest way to deal damage with the bow. And yeah, runner's playing safe here. What you can do with this bomb imp that bombs this wall you get through, you can just chance it, let him throw a bomb, which is faster, but there's a chance of it missing the wall entirely, and then you have to basically manipulate his position so his bomb will be guaranteed to hit the wall anyway. So yeah, runner's opting for the safe choice of just doing the setup, the position setup right away. But yeah, a lot of this game's movement come down to like squeezing in as many rolls as you can, like rolling along the floor whenever you can, and then when there's a platform in front of you, an elevated platform, roll jump up to it. Unless the platform is too high to roll jump onto, because you do get... Because one of the quirks with roll jumping is you do get the minimum height of a jump. because the roll kind of cancels out the height gain from the jump. Now we can see it. We're seeing a dive here on Lubella 2 here for DreamFox. Now Lubella's still taking damage because of the poison. The poison from Medea's Pearl. And yeah, no dives on DreamFox's side, which means there's a lead change here. But, you know, still by the slightest of margins. It's the same very minor lead, just the other way around. So yeah, I'd say about a 7 to 8 second difference. That's it. It's that small. And yeah, like the skill cap, the skill ceiling has definitely been raised now that we have the cat form with the roll jump attack cancels. Cool cat sphere pickup. Like yeah, you're almost seeing two copies of the same game on display here. It's definitely less than 8 seconds now. The runners essentially equals like what, 0.7 at this point? DreamFox doing some roll jump cancels for swag, the swagger levels. All right, so the runners, I believe, are both playing on version 1.07. That doesn't sound significant, but you know, if you're familiar with speedrunning, you may be familiar with patches and how that affects speedruns. So the main other version that is used for speedrunning is 1.05b. However, one of the changes in 1.07 is the arrow, specifically the fully charged arrows, where it fires 3 in a cone. That has been buffed significantly, as well as the supercharge that you get later on in the game when you beat Fennel. Alright, so here's the boss I completely skipped over earlier. Coming up right here. Yeah, that's it. It's 2 sparse threads and you're done. Like... It's super simple. Obviously, in a casual playthrough, you're not likely to have the sparse thread, but you know, if you're doing a chill playthrough and you happen to do free the damage list and get the sparse thread, there you go. You have an easy quick kill there. Gotta love boss music fading in and then just fading back out because the boss is already dead. Also, yeah, Dea's body also stays behind, so you know you can come back and admire her again. We stand a Dea around here. So yeah. So both runners now proceeding to get the warp fragment, as you saw earlier, popping slightly into the monastery room, so it gets unlocked for the warp. Like, look at all these minor lead changes just from one runner doing a small segment, just a minor little screen, just a tiny bit better. Like, this is the epic Momo gaming that we're here for. Yeah, I didn't acknowledge this area earlier, but this area is called the Cinder Chambers. Although you don't need me to say that, because it kind of just appears on screen. Because this game is good. Alright, so we get into Arsonist here. So yeah, something I want to talk about is the menuing. Generally, once you get the cat sphere, you menu out the crystal seed, and for fights like this, you menu it back in. Now the rays the rays of light that the Konami fairy spreads on screen, they are on screen. They're not locked to the. They're not random. They're random when they spawn, but they're random within view. And ooh, that's unfortunate. So yeah, now it's DreamFox's turn to get hit on a fight that needs to be done damageless. Setback is not as massive as before since, you know, save point's right there. But that's gonna still be a considerable time loss and a very good opportunity for Sebk to get a very comfortable lead here. So yeah, this Arsonist is a really good fight of everything you've collected up to this point for the speedrun coming together. The Konami Fairy, the sparse threat usage, the Adeus Pearl poisoning. As well, yeah. And then the Crystal Seed usage. Now, I wanna focus the attention on Dream's screen right here. Dream is very far to the right of this room and very close to Kath. Those are two particular variables to do this room fast. The reason you want to be as far to the right as possible is because that's the direction you want to leave the room in. And there's also this animation of Kath physically running over to you to talk to you. So the closer Kath is to you, the less time she spends running to you to then talk to you. So yeah, those are the two key things of a good end to an Arsonist fight. Alright, so Sebk coming up to Fennel here. So yeah, arrow and 2 sparse threats. That's the trick. I mentioned before that, yeah, we completely manipulate how how we do Fennel. And yeah, by firing a singular arrow and doing 2 sparse threats, that manipulates Fennel into doing an attack where she flips back and then primes the sword. And yeah, while she primes the sword, she has invincibility frames, so if you pop the Bachman patch too early, you do lose out on a lot of damage. Not too much, because, yeah, you've seen the Bachman patch completely melt that health bar. As you'll be seeing on DreamFox's screen right here. So yeah, a little bit of a different strat that DreamFox does with the damage. But you know, it all works the same as long as you manipulate Fennel into doing that attack, flipping back and priming the sword. Yeah, at that point you're good. You can back off and yeah, use the downtime of Fennel having invincibility frames to back away and set up the Bachman patch. Because the Bachman patch does rain down based on where you cast it. It basically starts directly above you and then rains down diagonally in the direction that you're facing. I personally may or may not have fired Bachman patches the wrong way because of that. Alright, so both runners now have gone to the Royal Pinacotheca to go grab the Sealed Wind again. Yeah, Dream maintaining the lead from the Arsonist reset earlier. Yeah, Dream coming up to this fight, Lupia Magnolio. So activating a Bachman patch before initiating the fight and pressing start to skip the cutscene, which for certain fights you can do. It's somewhat arbitrary which fights you can skip by pausing and unpausing, or which fight intros you can skip by pausing and unpausing. Yeah, Mocha. Mocha at the beginning of the game, the second boss is an example of it. Fennel is an example of it. And it's something you can also do at any point. Like, there's no point in the cutscene where you're locked out of the pause menu. So during the cutscene, you can pause at any point and unpause at any point to skip whatever is left of the cutscene. Tainted Missive here from Dream. Now, I have some great respect for runners that yeah, pop the Bachman patches and then jump into it, because you cannot see what's happening on your screen. You need to know where where Lupior is. Because the thing is, you have to go all in for that one. There's no safe strat with arrows. Lupior is immune to arrows. So yeah, the Bachman patches and some parse threads are incredibly vital to hit properly to actually take the health down. Alright, so Dream's making the trek through Karst Castle to get to the point where you use the Bachman patch to hit an off-screen switch. In the meantime, Seb has gotten the fresh spring leaf, which is the upgraded leaf. DreamFox just teleporting back to the monastery to go and get the fresh spring leaf. Seb's back in Karst Castle, proceeding, platforming through a bunch of rooms to eventually get to Clone Angel. Also, yeah, don't mind Kath. She spilled red wine on her, or ketchup. Depends on the day. What day is it today? Wednesday. On Wednesday, it's ketchup. Yeah, don't mind her. She'll clean that up later. Alright, Clone Angel fight. Let's see it. Yeah, pop a Tainted Missive as well. Figure out which is the real one, which flies lower. Yep, 2 sparse threats and 2 melee hits. Alright, low health here for Seb. So yeah, this elevator. This is a challenge of your dodging skills. Or more so, setting up manipulating skills. Manipulate the attack that comes up from below to be on the left side, and then go to the right at the right time to dodge the other attack that comes in. Alright, Seb now on the Queen. Meanwhile, DreamFox taking down the Clone Angel. And yeah, let's see a game 2 here. A game 2 win. Right, phase 1 done. Yeah, that's it. 2230. Like, that is so solid. For reference, the world record for this category currently sits at 21 minutes flat. So, you know, it's only 1.5 minutes away from world record this run was. And yeah, there was a 22:38 earlier from DreamFox that we saw. Yeah, didn't see a queen fight here. And yeah, ladies and gentle people, we are going to go to a game 3. Well, yeah, still a really solid performance from DreamFox here as well. 23-12 is nothing to sneeze at. And yeah, please do stay tuned. You've seen that the very high levels of Epic Momo gaming that we've already seen in the two games before. So there's really only one expectation to have of a game 3. Are you ready? Because I am. I am ready for this game 3. Although, yeah, you can go grab a drink, grab another drink, another snack, another second snack. So don't forget about the second snack. Keep yourself well fed and well hydrated. All right, everyone, go get yourselves ready because we're moments away, mere moments away from this decider starting off. I want to once again stress how close these runners are, like on paper from PBs and some of best and stuff like that, but also from their performance in this race, in this best of 3. I don't know about you, but it makes complete sense to me. Makes complete sense to me that that this was not going to be a 2-0. That will be a 2-1 to either player. This is what I both expected and wanted. All right. Fun fact here about the another little fun Momo fact about the text mashing in this game is the more optimal way of mashing text is using 2 different buttons, because it's nicer to hit than hitting the same button multiple times. Oh, DreamFox getting stuck a tiny bit. We already have a lead. Let's see how long it lasts. You know, all it takes is for one room that Dream does a tiny bit better for this to be equal again. Let's see this. I want to see all these minor lead changes, where it really comes down to how much someone is pushing their skill. See small hit there? Right, making the way over again. Another detour here to get around. Oh, yeah. Seb leaving just a little bit too early, having less than 60. Because the final chest that the runners are picking up to buy to get the money for the crystal seed, it has 20 in it, so you will want to have at least 60 before you go here. Now, DreamFox was unfortunate there, didn't get the 80, so had to kill some enemies. So yeah, we're just seeing the front-running person just swap back and forth, back and forth. This is the perfect start to a game 3, if you ask me. Alright. We've seen one runner get the quick kill on this. Can we see both of them in this one? There we go, that's a quick kill on both sides. Dream doing it a tiny bit faster. But that's not important. What's important that is both runners got the quick kill. All right, we'll see here how the runners are going to progress forward. How much risk will they take to get an edge over their opponent? How much safety will they build in case anything goes south? DreamFox having a nice 0 to the money. A nice round 0. So yeah, fighting Mocha fast is you obviously don't need to damage Mocha all the way through. It's partial health. It's roughly 60% health that you need to bring Mocha to, maybe 2/3 before you move on to Labella. But yeah, as I've mentioned before in this race, melee attacks do more damage, but it's also more risky because you're closer to your enemy, which means you have less reaction time to attacks. Alright, no dives. This is all going really, really well. You know, both getting the quick kill in a day, yeah, both not getting a dive. We'll see how this race progresses. So far it's been very even. Runners not giving each other an inch. Yeah, with runners this skilled, really does come down to whoever is faster as opposed to whoever is less slow. You know, we've got lower... when you've got lower ranked runners, you know, yours truly included, races like this tend to come down more to whoever makes less mistakes. But in runs like this, we've seen one mistake being enough to decide a race. One big setback is all it takes. So yeah, it's not about who makes less mistakes, it's about who doesn't make the mistake. I was like, oh, okay, so Dream is a little low on health here. Skip the save point because it's kind of slow to get to. Because if you haven't noticed by this point, underwater is very slow. Rolling underwater is very important. So yeah, runners literally less than a room apart. Nice roll jump to just get that gap in a single roll jump there from Dream. Shoot an arrow to hit a switch that opens up this gate that they pass through on the way up. Now something that, yeah, and yeah, here we are at Frida. Alright, so both runners popping the Konami Fairy into in between Bachman Patch users, because while you cannot move or do anything else, while you're stuck in the casting animation for the Bachman Patch, you can input the Konami code and summon Konami. Aye, that's DreamFox taking hits on, or Sebk, I mean, taking hits on Frida here, so no sparse thread. Seb, however, deciding to go without it, carry on without it rather than resetting, which is a deliberate choice because the save point's very far away. And both runners also skipped the save point that is the closest to Frida, and that is already considerably far away. So Seb will have to use some alternate strats here to make up for not having a sparse thread. We'll see how it goes. We'll see if Seb can do can make up for it in general gameplay and have an edge advantage to cover for the bots for Dream's boss fights being faster. Well, avoided the damage there. Jumped around the spinny spiky. Yeah, and it is quite unfortunate. The sparse thread is a considerable source of damage. Even without multipliers like Crystal Seed, Tainted Missive, the Pocketed Sensory. Ooh, misses the Bachman Patch as well. Firing it the wrong way. This is what I talked about during game 2 of me doing it. So this is gonna be... Yeah, that is going to be DreamFox taking the lead here. And that's the death. That was not the fake death from beating Lubella 2. That is a genuine death, which is real unfortunate. This could be the mistake that decides it. But you know, this match ain't decided yet. This is still anybody's. Don't worry about that. We've seen Seb make a mistake like that in game 1. We've seen Dream make a mistake like that in game 2. So, it is genuinely all to play for. It all comes down to Dream, but But yeah, Dream will have no idea. Runners can't see each other's screens. They don't interact. So both runners will have to assume the worst from their perspective and assume their opponent is having the best run of their life. And then know to match it with their own skill. Because yeah, there is variance with big mistakes like that, how much time they can lose, but they it doesn't vary by much. Any big mistake cancels out any other. And these runners, yeah, whatever it happens, it is very unfortunate, but these runners are also skilled enough to take advantage of it when it happens. So the moment Dream slips up, Sebk is back in. All right, yeah. So both runners busting out the big boy cat movement, doing these roll jumps. And yeah, it is something that you need to be really confident with your skill in this, because yeah, you need to be really on point with it for it not to be slower. Like, if you make the occasional mistake with it and do a roll or a regular jump, it will be slower than just running normally. Especially with the cat running speed being pretty dang fast. And that's the thing for beginning runners. And runners such as yours truly, who don't do this roll jump cancel stuff. Is, yeah, when you're starting out and when you're like getting your first couple PBs and grinding your time down, you know, before you get into the really low, like above 30 minutes, you really don't need to do all this fancy press 2 buttons on the same frame followed by another button while holding a direction on the stick. You don't have to do all that fancy schmancy stuff. You can't just run as the cat. It is a viable movement option for when you're still like dipping your toes into the speedrun of this. And yeah, if you're interested in this, we have a Discord. Speedrun.com/momo4 is the speedrun page for this game, with the leaderboard, and there's a Discord link there. You can join it. We have a ton of runners that are very willing to help. To help you get set up, figure out any tricks you may struggle with, try any bosses you might have a lot of resets on because you need to do them damageless. We got the resources and the people. Like, I'm living proof of the helpfulness of people. I definitely wouldn't be where I was with this game if it wasn't for the community helping out. Teaching me stuff, explaining me stuff. So yeah, you're seeing the arsonist here on Seb's screen. You can see the animations. You can see what she does. She has this whip. She has the balls that she throws out that she then teleports to, and there's a big explosion, but the runners know how big that explosion is. They can stand in the right place. And yeah, good fight conclusion here from Seb. Cat close, far to the right of the room. Yeah, there is a risk involved because there is little space on the right side of the screen. There's like the room exit with the ceiling being very low above you. And that's a corner you do not want to get trapped in. Meanwhile, DreamFox, so yeah, Seb is moving to pick up the monastery key. Dream has just done that and is now on the way to Fennel. I don't know if is it just me or is it just satisfying to see this Fennel fight in action? Especially this part where the health bar just drains. So satisfying to see that health bar deplete like that. Yeah. Oh, okay, interesting door interaction here with DreamFox. Hit the door from below the stairs, fell to the ground, but still got the animation for it. Interesting. I'm sure it's happened before, but that's the first time I've seen it. Yeah, normally you're supposed to be on the stairway while the animation for the door opening plays. Okay, so here we're seeing, so over on Seb's screen you can see cursed, as right before the reset came in. And yeah, Seb needing to do this fight without the sparse thread to set this up is, it makes it really tricky. This is why Fennel has the strat that she does. Like why we set it up to actually manipulate her into doing that fight where she flips back and then primes the sword. Bit close for comfort there, but... yeah, there's the attack. So yeah, that's the second part of the attack. This big jump and then plopping down. And there we go, there it is. So yeah, genuinely give a round of applause to Seb for doing that fight damageless without the sparse thread. That fight is so tough without the strats that we do. If that's the proof right there. The proof right there that we have specifically crafted these strats to make damage this easier on us. Like you've seen the pain of needing to do that fight without all those boss items. So, you know, that's another really nice thing. It, you know, it does put a bit of difficulty on the run of needing to get all these damageless boss items, but it just flows together so well how you use damageless boss items to get damageless boss items. Alright, so after that, Seb going into the Royal Pinacotheca to pick up the Sealed Wind again. Meanwhile, DreamFox going to get the leaf upgraded and then make the way over to the Clone Angel, and after that, the final boss. It's a little unfortunate that Game 3 went this way. That has been snowballing a bit ever since Seb lost out on the sparse thread, and you see the how much more difficult the run becomes and how much more difficult it becomes to go fast. So you know, so all the credit to Seb for doing this well while being this limited in capability, in in-game capability. Because, you know, ain't nothing wrong with the runner capability. All right, so here's the tricky part with this fight without the spark thread is, yeah, the two Bachman patches are not enough to take out Lupior. Normally, one or two spark threads is enough, but yeah, without the spark thread, yeah, you're gonna have to fight her head on. Because, yeah, Lupior does not take damage from arrows. Also, nice little poison after the boss health disappears, so it doesn't count as taking damage during the fight. Still damageless boss item, heavy arrows at least. So yeah, no spark thread maybe, but heavy arrows is still gonna be very nice. Also, yeah, I like this thread that Dream just did. Hit the enemy once to displace it, and then, yeah, jump into it to take contact damage and be able to jump over it, going to the left instead of the intended way of going to the right. I know, I really like small things like that, of just clever use of how the game normally works. Okay, so yeah, Sebk fired the Bachman patch the other direction than you normally would, but it still hit the switch, so it's all good. Alright, so Dream currently on the final boss, and we're about ready to call it a day here for this match. Unless something horrendously goes wrong in this final phase. We'll leave it up to suspense and see. So yeah, one thing I want to mention here before we end is the importance of not getting hit on the previous phases. You want to use the Tainted Missive, which as I've explained before, it does 25% max HP as a trade-off for all the bonus that it gives you. 25% max HP of damage to yourself. And if you get hit once, your health becomes low enough that you die on the second Tainted Missive usage. And yeah, we do have DreamFox finishing. Well done. Seeing a double PB as well. Seb unfortunately taking a death here, and I think we're gonna call it a day here.
Oh god.
Right, well, we have the runners here already to talk about the run here.
Oh.
Talk about the game.
Oh yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
First of all, GG to you both for putting on an amazing show with this 3-game series that we've had here.
Thank you.
Thank
GG,
you,
Seb.
GG, Dream.
You motivated me to perform tournament magic. Oh my god. I had 2 PBs in this race. That's what it takes to beat you. I need to PB in order to beat you in these races.
But you did it, so that's what matters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's just how high level this race was. You PB twice, and then Seb also getting 22-30 on game 2.
Yeah, that would have beaten all my other times that I've ever played this category, except for this one. Like this is by far the best run I've had.
There's so much to congratulate you on. The double PBs, moving on in the tournament.
Oh yeah, this feels very nice. Oh, this was so far, like, except for Googler, because Googler is the first seed. This is the most worried I've been in before a tournament match, and I mean, yeah, I can see definitely why from the second race.
Yeah, but Yeah, hey, if you do what you did today, you will have a shot at beating Googler. Don't mark my words.
Yeah, I would lie if I say I'm looking forward to it, but yeah, that will be a match as well.
Hey, we will.
Yeah.
Us on the
don't worry
sidelines
then.
will look forward to it.
Yeah.
Don't worry, you just need to PV twice again.
Yeah, like oh my god, the pace I had in the second race where I did not get the quick kill and I reset on Arsonist, I could have improved. That would have been a low 22-minute pace as well. That's the kind of pace I need against Googler, I feel like.
Yeah.
Again, the man with all my 3 races. First one, I missed the quick kill for God knows what I mean. And then I get hit by a Dia. So yeah, let's do the entire group again because I quit in anger.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
unfortunate.
Maybe want to hit that save bell next time.
Yeah. Second race is like, okay, nice race. Let
Yeah.
me PB. Like another dance, another dive, 2 teleports. Come on. Be nice with me once. And then this last race, I'm just sad. I'm just sad with this last one because I pressed Q one time too many and I dodge inside Frida and I take the hit. And because I haven't played this game in a billion years, I don't know how to play the game without sparse thread.
Yeah. Oh, that is
Yeah,
really rough.
Yeah. Much credit to you. You still did really well to try and back it up.
Yeah,
I don't think anyone here, not me, and not anyone here watching, care that it may have taken a few attempts. The fact that you successfully did Fennel damageless without the sparse thread is just mad impressive.
it's a demonstration of how hard that boss is when you don't have the items you use on the speedrun.
Oh yeah. The speedrun strats for Fennel trivializes that fight. But trying to do it fast without using items or with a limited set of items is really hard.
Yeah.
But it's also a really fun fight if you when you practice it for a certain other category, the low percent, where you don't use items.
I was gonna say shout outs to low percent runners for having to do that fight that way.
And yeah, another thing that just shows how stakes and high risk and high level these rounds are is none of us we skip a lot of safety saves now just to save like half a second here and half a second there because we're so confident in our ability to do these things consistently. So
it's very with basically every single race before the first mistake happened. It was so much tiny little back and forth. Like Dream enters this screen 0.5 ahead, then four screens later steps 0.7 ahead, and so on and so forth. It was magical to see.
Yeah.
It's always nice to have a little race with this kind of level, huh?
Yeah. Oh god, it's exhausting.
I've enjoyed myself having a front row seat here on the commentary desk.
Oh, I have been struggling and focusing super hard, just not fall behind. It seems like it was worth it in the end.
Yeah, it paid off. It did pay off.
Yeah, it did really well.
Oh.
Yeah.
Just don't PB against me again if we do play again. Come on, give me some mercy.
I mean, there is a chance there's a chance we will meet again in the bracket of alternate success to see who gets to be in the finals.
Yes,
don't worry, you'll be fine.
Yeah, the bracket of alternate success or last chance saloon, whichever term you prefer. Because that's something I didn't mention yet to everyone. This is a double elimination tournament, so you lose once. If you lose once, you're still in it. You ain't out yet. You can still come back. we have over in our lower bracket. We have Ronwin making quite the run, dropping out of the upper bracket in round 1, but still in the tournament. They're in lower bracket round 3 right now. So alternate. So yeah, there is definitely alternate success to be had there.
I guess
Oh.
I'll be waiting there for my next opponent. It's gonna take a while.
Let's see, what does the schedule look like? Or the
Yeah,
bracket?
so Seb, you'll drop down into lower bracket round 4, and your opponent will there will be at least 2 matches, or at least there will be 2 more matches before you know your opponent. First, there's the match between yours truly and Momodora. And then the winner of that match will face off against Ronwin. The winner of that match is who you will be facing, Seb. And DreamFox, you will be facing the winner of Mato's Machine versus Googler.
Yeah. I would much prefer to face Matos. Because Googler scares me.
Here's the thing, and that's the beauty of a tournament like this. You either face Googler or you face the person who beat Googler.
Yeah, that is
think
the
about
scary part. Yeah. And I mean, like, I will have to beat someone of Googler's caliber twice then, because if I beat Googler, or if I face off against Googler in the next round, then Googler will probably come back for the finals. Yeah, I am scared of the future of this tournament for me.
It's okay, you'll be fine. If I remember correctly, I beat Googler once.
It's gonna be an exciting time for sure to see, especially once the tournament gets into these final stages, where there's gonna be like 5 to 4 runners left. So everyone, thank you for watching. And
Okay,
thank you for having me on commentary. It's I've done I've tried my best trying to fly solo here.
thank you for the commentary. I'll be waiting for you in the bracket of alternate success.
Oh God, yeah.
Making any promises on getting that far? We'll see. Maybe Momo will be nice and let me win. Anyway, that's gonna do it. That's gonna do it for us. We're gonna hand it back over to Speed Gaming to progress with the other things that they're hosting. Thank you to Speed Gaming for hosting this tournament here, letting us be here on this channel. And yeah, there is plenty more matches to go. As we said, it's a double elimination tournament, so stick around the Speed Gaming scene for more epic Momo gaming. Dream and Seb, do you have any final thoughts?
And GG, thanks for the race, thanks for the commentary, and have a great day, everyone.
Yeah, GG's, and this game sucks. No, I'm kidding.
We love this game.
Fair retort. All right. Goodbye, everybody. Take care.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.